Student parking has opened up for juniors. Stop by the Student Office of Activities in room 280 in the West Wing to pick up an application. LifeTouch will be here January 18th, 19th, 20th, and the 21st for senior portraits. The yearbook picture and the picture of you in your cap and gown are free. This will be your last chance to have your senior portrait taken. Make your appointment today. If you would like extra help in Spanish, sign up for the Empire program. Mrs. Pimentel is tutoring all levels on Tuesdays and Thursdays in room 145 from 2:20 to 3:50. The Colonnade magazine is looking for student work for the annual publication. Please submit your poems, short stories, plays, or your photographs, artwork, doodles to the Colonnade advisors, Mr. Waltz and Mrs. McCurdy. Feel free to contact them with any questions at rwaltz@necsd or vmccurdy@necsd.net.
Hey, don't do that.
Huh?
You're supposed to scan with your ID before you enter.
I'll make sure to do that. Who are you, by the way?
I'm always watching. Wait.
The Empire program will run on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:20 to 3:50. There is no busing yet. Please see Mr. Cruz in 264 or Miss Salisbury in the main office for more information and schedules. Seal of Biliteracy is in room 213 with Miss Van Reyes and Mrs. Mendez. Music will be in 258 with Dr. Carroll. Building Beautification is in room 138 with Mrs. Michel. If you are already registered, report directly to the lecture room upon dismissal. Other activities will be announced soon. As a reminder to our students, you must have your ID with you and visible at all times. There will be various security checks throughout the building, where your ID will need to be presented if you are in the hallway after the bell. If you do not have your ID, you will be detained. Have a great day, NFA. El estacionamiento se ha abierto para los estudiantes de tercer año. Pase por la oficina de actividades estudiantiles en la ala oeste para recoger una aplicación. LifeTouch estará aquí el 18 hasta el 21 de enero para los retratos de seniors. La imagen de anuario y la foto con tu toga y birete son gratis. Esta será la última oportunidad para que tomen tu retrato de último año. Haz tu cita hoy. La revista Colonnade está buscando trabajo de estudiantes para la publicación anual. Envíe sus poemas, cuentas, obras de teatro o fotografías, obras de arte, grabados a los asesores de Colonnade. El señor Waltz y la señora McCurdy. No duden en contactarlos con cualquier pregunta en rwaltz@necsd.net o a vmccurdy@necsd.net. El programa Empire se ejecutará los martes y jueves de 2:20 a 3:50. Todavía no hay transporte público. Comuníquese con señora Cruz en 264 o con la señora Salisbury en la oficina principal para obtener más información en horarios. Seal of Biliteracy está en el salón 213 con la señora Van Reyes y la señora Mendez. La música estará en 258 con Dr. Carroll. Vecinato, el edificio está en el salón 138 con la señora Michelle. El próximo se anunciaron otras actividades. Como recordario para nuestros estudiantes, deben tener su identificación con usted y visible en todo momento. Ahí habrá varios controles de seguridad en todo el edificio donde tendrá que estar su identificación presentada y si está en el pasillo después de la campana. Si no tiene su identificación, será detenido. Que tengas un gran día, NFA.
Hello, today we're going to be making chicken and waffles. And what's involved in chicken and waffles is the standard breading procedure. The reason why we do the standard breading procedure is to add a protective coating to the chicken so when we deep fry it, it actually gives it a really nice texture and taste. So there's 3 different steps. You're going to start with a dry, wet, dry. The dry is really just flour that we seasoned with some different seasonings. The egg is just an egg wash that has some eggs and water in it. And then the last thing is a seasoned breadcrumb. So we go dry, wet, dry. First thing we do is take the chicken, put it into the flour. You're going to coat it completely using the same hand and then to flip it. After you flip it, you're then going to shake off any excess flour, put it into the egg wash. While it's in the egg wash, I still use the same hand just to cover it with the egg and then flip it over. So now all the wet is covered. Then I use my other hand so that I'm not going to get all coated. Take the wet and put it now into the dry, which is the breadcrumbs. Kind of pat it down still, flip it over, and then shake off any excess. Put it on your tray, and start again. All right, so now that our chicken has been coated with our standard breading procedure, what we're gonna do is we wanna make sure our oil is nice and hot. By putting the chicken in nice hot oil, we're gonna get a really crisp coating on it. So we have to be at least 350, 375, and we are 350 exactly. Perfect. So you don't want to just take the chicken and throw it in like a frisbee because obviously this is hot oil. You don't want it to come onto you. So what you're going to do is lift up the chicken and you're going to place it in and actually let it fall towards the back of the stove just so nothing splashes up on you. As you can see, the oil is kind of bubbling up around it, giving it a nice, starting to crisp it up. So what we do is we let that sit and you're going to take your little spider tool and you just kind of want to mix it just so it doesn't sink to the bottom and get stuck to the pan. You're not going to need to flip them since they're submerged. You'll start to see it'll get a nice golden brown. When it has a nice golden brown, we'll take it out and we'll put it on a little sheet pan and put it in the oven to cook it. Alright, so today with our chicken and waffles, obviously you need waffles. So we're going to be using the waffle iron. The first thing that you need to do so it doesn't stick is spray the top, spray the bottom. Right now you see that the oven iron is nice and hot. You then is take a 4-ounce ladle and you're going to just get off any excess. You're going to pour it right into the center of the waffle iron. Just let it spread around so it's a nice fluffy waffle. You're going to close the lid because the top is hot just like the bottom. You're going to flip it over and then what you're going to see is you're going to start to see the steam coming out of it. This light will be green when it's ready to take out. A nice crispy chicken breast with standard breading, a nice fluffy waffle. Can't forget the final touch of a little syrup. Bon appetit.